Today I'll talk about material or process flow management. This is part of my series of lecture on operations management. So material flow pertains to manufacturing industry, whereas process flow pertains to both manufacturing and service industry. Flow pattern means the system for the movement of raw materials from beginning to the end of manufacturing process. The overall objective of flow management is to plan for economical flow of materials. Flow pattern of an organization depend on number of factors. So these are the factors deciding flow pattern. These include size and shape of available space, external transport facilities, number of sub-assemblies before main assembly, number of products or components to be handled, number of operations on each product or component, number of units to be produced. So these are the factors which decide what type of flow pattern should be there for a particular organization. These are the various types of flow patterns. These can be classified into horizontal flow line or vertical flow line. The examples of horizontal flow line include I-shaped, which is linear. These images I have taken from internet. L-shaped, U-shaped. This is an example of U-shaped. U-shaped can be easily supervised because of its shape. Then we have S-shape or a circular shape. The vertical flow line, this include multiple stories, ground floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, and these can be of various shapes or they may include multiple buildings. So this is vertical, these are the vertical flow lines, and these are the examples of horizontal flow lines. So flow pattern influence the following. Flow pattern influence the length of total production line. The material handling cost also depend on flow pattern. The amount of work in progress, capital locked up in work in progress because the amount depend on flow pattern, hence the capital which is locked up in work in progress, space locked up in work in progress, amount of mental and physical stress on workers. It also affects supervision, control, and performance of operations. So, flow pattern is important to understand and manage. What are the various tools to illustrate or understand process flow? These include charts and others. Charts include operations process chart, flow process chart, and flow diagram. Others include scaled models, machine data cards, and templates. I'll talk about the charts in little more detail. Operations process chart. In this process is divided into various separate activities, and using various symbols, the operations process is illustrated. The circular symbol or O represent for operations and the square box represent inspection. This is an example I have taken from internet. This is a operations process chart. These two are sub-assemblies. This is the main assembly. So what are the advantages of operations process chart? By the help of operations process chart, we can specify the basic manufacturing system of our organization. It helps in determining the sequence of operations. These charts can be used to improve the plant layout, and they are very helpful in introduction of the new technical person to the system. Then flow process chart. This include, in addition to operations and inspection, time component and other stages like transport, storage, and delay. These are the symbols which are used to represent operations, inspection, storage, delay, and transport. This kind of chart is produced. This is the template. This column is for element. This is for various operations or processes. This is the distance, and this is the time taken at each stage. So this is a filled up example I have taken from internet. These are the elements in this sequence. So first, the component is moved to A station and the distance traveled is 20. Time taken is 5 minutes. And this is the symbol for the movement. Then this is operation. Time taken is 6 minutes and this is a symbol for operation. Then the thing is inspected. Time taken is 1 minute and this is the symbol for inspection. So by using this chart, we can identify where the improvement is required and which stage or step can be eliminated. So what are the advantages of flow process chart? It includes analysis of time required for each activity. By the help of flow process chart, we can reduce the time and storage at various stages of production. And we can also identify the unnecessary steps or bottlenecks because time dimension is also included in flow process chart. Now the third one is flow diagram. In addition to all these which are included in the process flow process chart, it include path followed by man and material. So this is the improved version and the advantages are very similar to the flow process chart and the operations process chart. So this is all the theoretical part. Now we take up a case study. I'm basically from a pathology background. I'm a medical person, and all of a sudden, senior management told us to look after the blood bank or manage the blood bank. And we are new to blood bank, so how to manage the blood bank, from where to start. And the idea clicked to us is that we should first make a process flow chart of blood bank. So we made a process flow chart of blood bank. So this is the process flow chart of blood bank. Blood requisition comes along with donor. History of is taken from the donor. Examination is done and hemoglobin is estimated. If donor is fit for the blood donation, then his or her blood group is done. Then blood donation process is done. Then donor goes for refreshment and kept under observation. And the blood donated is checked for transfusion transmitted infections. Then various components are prepared and they are stored. And the blood sample of patient is also blood group. And the blood sample of patient and the stored blood units, they are cross-matched. And if they are matching, then blood is issued. So this is the flow diagram of blood bank. And by using this flow diagram, we were able to identify the various rooms required, the space requirement, the number of manpower requirement, and the expertise of manpower. Because, for example, in the donor history and examination stage, we need a MBBS person or a medical person. And for this identification of transfusion transmitted infections, we need a laboratory technical expert. So this is how we can identify the qualifications of various manpower required. And we can also improve the various processes or time required at various processes. So this is the illustration that how the process flow is very useful in management. So this is all for today. Thank you very much.